CLSKW, the warrants on CleanSpark, they cannot be stopped. They are currently up again 79% this morning. For a brief period of time, I was up 380% on my position. My only regret is not getting into my full position on the first day. I was breaking it up into a couple of chunks, and now I'm getting stuck with just my preliminary buy because it's just too hot right now. I can't continue to buy into this strength. It is crazy. I would like to see it give me a breather here. And like every time I get a blow off top candle like this, you got 2 days of blow off top candles, it blows off more. It is absolutely ridiculous. So we're going to go down into the hourly here. Actually, you know what? Half hour. I want even more candles to look at. Yeah, so I can get my slow stochastic. So things are cooling off here. We might see it. I mean, I really want to see it come back down into the 40s. I might actually pull the trigger and purchase some more in the 40-cent range on CleanSpark. And now the reason I would do that is because we aren't even to the area where CleanSpark has the option to make them exercisable, and we're hitting 70 cents. What's going to happen when CleanSpark is over $18 for, 15, 16 days, reaching up to that 20-day level where they're able to make them executable? What do you think is going to happen to these things? All right, we're at 70 cents now, and we're more than $3 off of that level. When we're in the money on this, and CleanSpark could have their finger on the button, waiting to make these executable, these redeemable, if you will. What's going to happen to that price? It's not going to be at 70 cents anymore. Is it going to be trading at, I don't know, like Cipher warrants here, $2.20? Is it going to be trading higher than that because CleanSpark is a bigger company than Cipher? Is it going to maybe even see as high as the Core Z warrants? Let's see those. Core ZW. There it is. Are we going to be trading at $11 like the Core Z warrants? What's going to happen to the CleanSpark warrants? That's the question. That's the big question. That's the $1 million question for us. Look at this. So this thing was all the way down at 77 cents. It started at, the lowest low that it came to was 77.80 cents, and that was back in April. It's at $11 now. Okay, look at this. Look at this. 70 cents came down, and it went up. Let me get this out of the way. It went up 1,440%. That's 14 times your money. If you put in $1,000, that would be $14,000 worth of Core Z warrants. That is what I'm trying to replicate here with CleanSpark. Now, my question is, are we going to do this sort of thing right here, where we got into a range where we came down to, what was this, 70 cents, 80 cents, came up to 212, came back down to $1, went up to, it's going to be volatile. Like, it could do some stuff like this where like it comes down 50% and then pops right back up 100% and then drops again by 60% and then pops back up 500%. It could do stuff like that. Okay, it could do stuff like that, and that's why I'm not currently buying it. What the heck did I just do? That's why I'm not currently buying it when it's on a heater like this. I'm just kind of sitting back waiting for it to do its thing, seeing what's going to happen with it. I'd like to see it do some reversion here. I think we have a 5-day now. Yeah, we have a 5-day now. Like, maybe come at least down to the 5-day moving average at some point in time, which right now from the peak, I bet you that's a 50%, 60% dip, 60%, 61% dip to get to the 5-day moving average right now from the absolute peak of this thing, which would not be out of the realm of possibility for these warrants. So that's why I got on the warrants. This is why I was harping on the warrants. As soon as I saw that they were in existence, I was like, these are something that I want, something that I need, and day one, as soon as I was aware of its trading, I went and bought. I didn't care what price it was. I bought it, and I bought 5,000 of these things at 19 cents. My only regret is not buying the 20,000 shares that I want to have overall. And the higher this price goes, the harder it gets to not buy in, going, oh, I want to at least get a little bit more of that position that I want. But you know what? I don't buy strength like this. Okay. If anything, I would sell it. I'm up 300 some odd percent right now. Well, now I'm up probably 250% now that it's dropped back down to 65 cents. At one point, we were at 92 cents. So that's pretty crazy. That is Absolutely nuts. What else is going on today? I mean, wow, that is just such a good move. If you are not in the warrants, don't worry. Do not worry. I would not buy it here 65 cents. Of course, remember, nothing I say is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. Okay? I would not buy it here. I would wait for it to come at least back down to around the 40s, maybe high 30s. We might only get like low 40s. That's totally possible, and that would be an absolutely normal retracement here. So I'm probably going to watch all these gains get wiped away that I have today. And you ask yourself, well, why don't you just lock those in and wait for a pullback and get back in? Well, the reason is that that pullback might not come, right? It might not come. There's no guarantees here. So I'm going to hold my 5,000 shares of Clskw warrants, and I think Clskw is still going to go up. So I don't think this is the peak for those warrants. I'm going to continue to hold them. I want to see Clskw get above that redeemable level. I want to see what happens when it gets there, and I want to be holding them when it does. So that's what I'm doing there with that. I'm not selling any of these things yet. I want to see Clskw get up to that $18 level, hold it for a couple of days, and see what happens to these warrants. I have a feeling it's going to feel a lot like those Clskw warrants did. That's my personal gut feeling about the whole situation. I think we're going to see something really, really special like that on these warrants, and I'm quite happy to be participating in this right now. But like I said, don't FOMO. Do not FOMO. That is a dangerous thing. Take things into serious consideration. Right now, everything is very hot. Have you missed the boat? No, but you are trying to catch up to it, right? It's left the dock. You are swimming, and it is a fast boat. So don't chase too hard, all right? Be vigilant of, tops. Like right now, this candle is printing right now. This candle is printing for the daily right now. That is a disgusting candle. I hate that candle, much like I hated this candle here on Thursday, November 7th, and then again on the 18th. Those were disgusting candles, but it kept going higher, okay? It's going to scare the crap out of us. That doesn't mean it's going to keep going higher today. It could come down to the 5-day. At some point, it's got a date with the 5-day moving average. At some point, it has a date with that thing. I just don't know when that thing is. I just don't know when that date is. So the warrants, they're so exciting right now. So this is really great. We're going to see this thing hopefully give us a 50% dip from where it currently is, and let some of us scoop it up on some lows, and then see it rise right back up very quickly to that $1 level, the $2 level, and beyond here on the Clskw warrants. Let's take a look at the cipher warrants real quick. So this is going to be all just about warrants today, I guess. The cipher warrants real quick. Let me turn off all the drawings. Let me just turn everything off. Let's just look at the price action of this thing. So look at how this thing moves. All right, every time you get this huge spikes up, right, it does like a 50% drop, right? Watch here. What is this? What did it drop down to? It did a 67% drop. From this high over here, it did an even more. It did a 73% drop. From here, I wouldn't be surprised to see like a 40% drop. Come from here, maybe something like, like to that peak right there, 37%, back down to like 170. But these things are very volatile. They're super, super volatile. This peak right here, what was that dip? That was a huge dip, actually. That was a 70% dip. So it's not uncommon to see these warrants do like a 42, 75% dip before continuing on. They are excessively volatile. If you are not ready for a volatile roller coaster of an experience with your portfolio, warrants probably aren't for you, okay? If it makes you feel sick thinking that you could be up 100% one day and down 60% the next day, then warrants probably aren't going to be your game. I've been playing these for a while. I'm not too concerned. I have sort of an idea of how they trade. When I see myself down significantly, I'm not really too concerned about it, because I have my eyes on the prize. I am waiting for that time to strike. I know when it will be here, and when it gets here, I will make my moves. But not everyone is that comfortable. Not everyone has that level of conviction, and they see it drop, 20-30% in a day. They might sell. They might let go of it and then watch it rocket up 200% the next day. So that is why I give caution to the warrants. If you're an inexperienced trader or seeing red in your account is a difficult process for you, warrants are going to be a rough one. But my feelings on this, I am holding this thing. I'm looking for this to come down. I mean, look at this. These warrants, they went from 70 cents on Cypher up to 356, right? And then it dropped from 356 all the way down to 3 pennies. And now it's back up to $2.28, and it's fluctuated between like that $2.80, 70, sometimes 75-cent range several times just in the last 6 months, or 12 months, just in the last like 12 months. CleanSpark warrants are likely going to do a similar thing. All right, we're going to run up big, we're going to fall down hard, we're going to run up big again, we're going to fall down hard again. That's kind of like how they run. So this is really just saying warrants are, while they're fun and this is exciting, and I'm very happy to see like hundreds of % up in a couple of days, I would not be surprised to see that get erased, even just in one day or, for a few hours. Wouldn't be surprised at all. So anyways, that's all I've got for you today. The CleanSpark warrants, they are trading again. I know that they aren't working on Webull at the time of this recording. They are working on Schwab. That's where I've been trading them. I believe they are also, I've heard that they are working on Fidelity as well as Interactive Brokers. Those are the 3 I've heard of. I can tell you that Schwab does not allow after hours or pre-market trading of these warrants. There are some platforms that do, probably Interactive Brokers. I don't have any information on whether or not that's necessarily true, but they do have a lot of extended hours over there on that platform. So I wouldn't be surprised if that was a platform where you could trade it after hours, but I can tell you that most platforms are not allowing you to trade these things after hours, which is when all the big players are coming in. If you saw after hours yesterday on CleanSpark warrants, it was down 42%. And then this morning, it was up well over 100% before any of you could touch it. So there are shenanigans. There is manipulation in this thing. There are. It's going to be a wild ride. One that I am tightly buckled in for right now. And of course, remember, nothing I say is financial advice or a suggestion to buy, sell, or hold any asset whatsoever. I'm going on a journey. I'm bringing you with me on that journey. If any nuggets of information that I share are helpful to you, I'm very grateful and happy about that outcome. And with that said, please like, comment, subscribe, share this video. Check out the Trade Cave store, link in the description, as well as the channel bio. Don't sleep on the sticker shop. That link is also in the description and channel bio, and have a profitable day.